Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all well. It feels like so long since I've sat in my little corner and filmed a video for you guys, but I'm so happy to be back. As you'll know from my last few videos, I have been traveling. I was in Ireland, I was in Paris, I was all over the shop. So I'm sorry that my videos were a little bit weird the last 2 weeks or so. Last week's videos were actually supposed to go live the week before that. I had them filmed and like ready to edit in Ireland, but I just didn't have enough time to edit them. I definitely over predicted the amount of time I would have spare, so yeah, I'm sorry about that. But I'm glad to say that I am back in New York with some beauty content for you guys, and today I'm going to be reviewing the Soft Glam palette from Anastasia Beverly Hills. I'm going to be creating a look with this and giving you my first impressions. I just got this. I did a bit of shopping, went into Sephora for one thing, came out with a few more than that, but yeah, this is one of the things I got my hands on. I will have a Sephora haul coming as well, probably the video after this one, to go through all those things I got with you. But for now, I want to talk about this. This is the most beautiful palette I think I've ever seen. Like, as soon as I saw this on her Instagram, like months ago or whenever it was, I knew that I really loved it, and I'm definitely a bit late to the bandwagon on this. It's been around for like a month now or so, but I just didn't get a chance to pick it up, and I was actually kind of like humming and hawing as well because I definitely do not need it. I just really wanted it. I just think this range of colors is so me. Like, this is exactly the kind of colors that I use all the time. And I just really like the range of colors in it. Like, you have your lovely shimmery colors, like you have a good few options, and they're all very wearable colors. Like, they're not something wild that you only wear every now and again. And then you have your lovely transition shades, a nice mauvey purple, which I absolutely love to wear. And then you have your dark colors here, including a black, which I think is so important to include in a palette. A lot of palettes don't include black, and I just don't understand that. I just think it's like a necessary color. So yeah, I just thought it was just too good not to get. So yeah, got it. David was like, do you really need another palette, Kaelin? And I was like, yes I do, David. But yeah, no, I'm so excited to show you the look I create with this now. I don't really have anything in mind. I'm just gonna like play around with it and try and use as many colors as possible, just to see what they're like. I mean, I have a few other Anastasia palettes. Like, I have the Subculture one, which I didn't love. I mean, I don't think a lot of people loved that one. I loved the color range because there were colors that I didn't really have in my collection, but the eyeshadows for me didn't perform well. And then I have the Modern Renaissance, which I absolutely love, like one of my favorite palettes. So I'm interested to see what this one is like. So yes, I think that's enough chatting now, and let's jump right into the video. Okay, let's get into a few more details about the palette before we get into the tutorial, shall we? It has 14 shades altogether, as you can see. There it is, a little close up. I hope that focuses for ye. And 5 of them are shimmery, I think. Yeah, 1, 2, yeah, 3, 4, 5 of them. And then this one is kind of like iridescent-y, this little whitey kind of one up at the top here. And then we have 6 kind of matte shades. 5 plus 1, 6, 8 matte shades. We have 8 matte shades, 5 shimmeries, and 1 iridescent. Does that add up to 14? No, it doesn't, Kaelin, does it? Yeah, it does. Okay. Okay, we have 14. And then it comes with a big ass mirror here, which is always a good thing, and a little brush, which I will be using in the tutorial because, I mean, if some of you are going to buy it, I'm sure you're going to use this too, so I want to tell you what this is like. It has like a little fluffy side here, and it has more of a kind of dense side on the other side of it. Oh my god, I can't speak. It has a fluffy side and a dense side. So yeah, that's kind of all you need really if you're not really into using a lot of brushes. And yeah, I'm going to be using a few of my other brushes as well, just that I'm used to, because I want to be able to judge the colours like how I would usually use them, say for instance. And the packaging is the usual velvety kind of style that they do, which I think is a big pain in the behind because it gets so dirty, but it is pretty. And I mean, I think that she's just gonna continue on now because she's probably too far in with the velvety packaging. But yeah, I would love if she changed them because they do get so dirty, but it does feel quite nice. It's nice and soft, you know. As I said, I got mine in Sephora, and there's plenty of them. And if you are trying to get it in Ireland, you can get it on the Anastasia Beverly Hills UK website. So I will link that below in the description box, and I'll also link the Sephora one for any of my followers in the US. But yes, that's enough talking. Let's get into the tutorial. Okay, let's zoom you in. Close enough? Too close? I think too close. So to get started, I'm going to be using the fluffy side of the brush that I came with. I'm going to be going in with Burnt Orange, the shade right down here at the bottom. It's the 3rd one in, and this is going to be my transition shade for the look. And I actually know that these shades are going to be so pigmented from previous experiences with the palette, so I'm going to be really careful with the amount I take. I'm not going to like swirl my brush, I'm just literally going to tap it in, because I can actually see already that there's quite a bit of fallout. But I mean, I don't really care about that. I think that's a good sign. Usually that means the colours are really pigmented, but it can be a little bit messy, so just be aware of that. So I'm just going to literally buff that all over my lid. I've already primed my lids with a concealer, so I'm literally just buffing this all over. I'm not being too careful with it. This is just going to be like my base colour. Okay, this brush is shedding a little bit already, but maybe it's just because it's the first time I've used it. Oh yeah, it's kind of stopped now a little bit. Let me see. That's weird. Yeah, I'm just going to continue to buff that all over, especially focusing it into the crease. My eyelids are actually super dry at the moment, and they're a little bit puffy as well. I don't know, did I like eat something or use a product on them over the weekend, but I woke up yesterday morning and they were all swollen. It's much better now, but it's still a little bit puffy from that, so I'm sorry if they look a little bit swollen and dry. The weather is probably not agreeing with them either at the moment. It's still super cold here, but I'm just going to continue to buff that colour all over, and I'm bringing that colour into the inner corner here as well and just buffing it out. Okay, once that's all buffed out, I'm going to go with my next shade, which is this one right here. It is called Dusty Rose. It's this nice mauvey colour. And I'm going to be using my MAC 221 brush. And I'm going to be placing that right into the crease, both on the inner corner and the outer corner. And I'm just bringing that shade all the way in here as well and just blending it back and forth up to the first colour that I did. I absolutely love how orange and purple looks together on the eye. So far I'm really liking the colours anyway. They're very pigmented. I am finding that I'm having to work a little bit hard to blend them, but maybe I just didn't set my base enough. It felt a little bit wet, so maybe I just needed to set that a little bit more, but other than that I think they're performing quite well. Next I'm going to go in with this one down here, Cypress Umber, and I'm going to use the other side of the brush, which is the more dense side, and I'm going to pack that into the corner to deepen things up a little bit. I'm going to bring the other side of the brush and just blend that out. So I'm just bringing this into the inner corner as well, creating kind of a spotlight effect, and again getting the other side of the brush and just blending that out so that it's not too harsh looking. Okay, I'm liking how this is looking, but just out of curiosity, I want to try out a few more shades. So I'm going to try and mix in a few more things. I'm not really sure how, but I'm going to just like play around. So I'm actually going to take this one up here as well, called Orange Soda, and I'm going to get the fluffy side of the brush that came with it again and just tap my brush into that and just blend out the edges of everything just to see what that does. Very lightly just buffing out the edges. I'm hoping this will just maybe give more of a blended out effect. Kind of like a sunsetty vibe, obviously not pure sunsetty, but just blending everything out. Oh, I really like this actually. It's blending out things lovely, especially in the inner corner here. I don't want things to be too harsh, so I'm literally just going super light on my brush right now, just blending everything out. And then again, just for fun, I'm going to take this shade called Mulberry right here, purely because I just want to try it out. It looks like such a nice shade. And I'm going to take my MAC, I think this is the 217 brush, and I'm literally just going to like buff this into the corners as well on top of what I've already done. This definitely is not necessary, by the way, but I just want to try out a few more colours. These are so pigmented, guys. You literally just have to dip your brush in so lightly, or else it's going to go everywhere and you're just going to waste product. So yeah, I'm just going to take that and buff it in here. This is just deepening it a little bit and adding a little bit of a cranberry tone. And don't worry, I'll go back in and kind of blend out any harsh lines again with that Orange Soda shade, like so. I'm having a lot of fun with this palette actually. I'm thinking about so many other looks I could create with it. Like, there's literally an endless amount of looks you could do with this palette. You have so many options. Okay, I'm going to start bringing some darker shades underneath now. So I'm just going to literally bring everything I used underneath just to even things out a bit because it's looking a bit funky. So I'm going to start off with a bit of Cypress Umber and just bring that all underneath with the dense side of the brush. And then I'm going to get that first shade we used with the other side of the brush and then just blend that out. Now things look a little bit more normal. And I was actually going to go in with a darker shimmer shade. I really wanted to try this one here called Sultry, but now I'm thinking I need to do a lighter one, so I think I'm going to go in with this one here called Glistening. And I'm just going to pop that directly in the middle of the eye where I've left kind of clear. And I'm just going to use my MAC 239 brush to do this. And I'm not going to like cut this out or anything like that. I'm going to keep this part of the eye kind of soft, but it'll just give a nice effect anyway. Oh, that is so nice. Oh my god. I really like that. While I'm at it, I'm actually going to keep the same brush and I'm going to take this colour here, Tempura it's called. It's the one that kind of has a bit of iridescent going through it, and I'm going to pop that underneath the brow and in the inner corner. And you know what, I'm going to go all out actually as well and use a bit of that sultry colour just at the sides of where I've put glistening, just to see what it's like. Oh, it's lovely. Patting that, and I'll blend it out a little bit more afterwards. And I'm going to pop a tiny bit of that sultry right underneath in the middle of the eye as well. I'm actually just going to darken this up a tiny bit more under here. Okay, I think I'm pretty happy with how it's looking at this stage. I think I've tried enough colours now and experimented enough. So I'm going to go and do some liner and mascara and do the other eye off camera, and I will be back with the final look and my overall review. And I am back to you guys with the finished look. I just put some eyeliner on, as I said, and mascara and did the other eye, and this is what we have come up with. As I mentioned, I didn't really know what I was doing. I was kind of just going with the flow and things escalated a little bit, but I am really happy with how it turned out. It's not very soft, but I love playing with these kind of colours and getting creative and just doing something different, because I have been doing a lot of soft looks lately that I know you all love, but I like to kind of go a little bit dramatic as well sometimes and bring out the darker side of me, I guess. And this is exactly what it is. So I guess it's kind of grungy, kind of glammy. You could definitely wear this on a night out or to a festival, or even on a day-to-day basis if that's what floats your boat. But yeah, I really like the look in total, and you could definitely add lashes as well, but I decided to just do mascara tonight. But I think it would absolutely be bomb with lashes. I think that would look so cool, especially for like a night out or something like that. So yes, I'm going to zoom you out now and give you my final review on the palette. Okay, so do I recommend this palette? Absolutely yes. I absolutely love this, guys. I think the colours blended really nicely. They work really well together. As I said, you could do a million looks with this palette. There's just so many options. And overall, I just think the quality was really good. Definitely worth the price. Like, I mean, you're getting a great range of colours there, and I do think it would last quite a while. Like, I've had my Modern Renaissance about a year now, and I still haven't touched pan on any of them. So yes, I really like this. I definitely think it's worth it. If you're wondering as well which I would kind of recommend more, this one or Modern Renaissance, I think I'd actually nearly go with this one. I just think the colour range in this one is a little bit better and a little bit more wearable. If you want to be able to bring it from day to night, this might be a better palette for you overall. I mean, you can definitely do that with Modern Renaissance as well, and that's an absolutely amazing palette as well. Like, I'm glad to have both of them in my collection, but if you want to only get one, I'd nearly go for this one. I really like this. And that brings us to the end of this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you liked the look I created, and I hope that you're able to get your hands on that if you are into it. And if you do like it, I'll definitely leave a link below for you as well to shop it. And yeah, don't forget to give the video a big thumbs up as well if you enjoyed it, as always, and subscribe to my channel. I'll leave the little subscribe thing here. And also, one last thing, I would love for you to turn on your notifications so that you get a notification every time I post. Obviously only if you want to and want to see my videos, but yeah, that'll just make sure that you're on top of them. I post every Wednesday and Saturday. And yeah, I'm gonna leave it here now, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.